that ruby red upon your pout. Let all our little secrets out. Got those loose lips speaking fast. A reputation built to last. With that dangerous allure and a single glance, it's a sweet romance. Loose lips and lipstick. Loose lips and lipstick. Loose lips and lipstick. Loose lips and lipstick.
Hi, we're back. It is time for another episode of
Loose lips.
And Lipstick. I'm Kennedy Ann Scott.
And I'm Godzilla.
Thank God. Baby, you trampling all over shit today.
Lord.
Oh my gosh. It's your favorite two little Nashvilleian queens just gabbing all about Nashville drag, Nashville scene, also our viewpoints and
Opinions.
opinions. We
Yeah.
love them. And today, Van, guess what
Yes.
we're digging into?
I know, I'm so excited. What are we thinking?
We are digging into the world of the different types of drag queens.
Ooh. You know, I could talk about this for hours.
And you're going to.
Great.
You're going to.
So buckle your seatbelt, bitches. Because it's supposed to be a puppy ride.
We apologize for her. She's had an energy drink.
I've had a lot of caffeine today. I've had 2 cups of coffee and now I'm drinking a fucking wild cherry Pepsi.
Oh my God. You should see her. She's bouncing on a seat that's made of wood. And
Well,
we're just...
okay, listen, in all fairness, though, I did just get my nails done, and I had to sit still with my ADHD for like 2 hours, so
Oh God, that is a long
I've got
time.
a lot of nervous
But they look
energy.
good.
Thank you.
I know you all can't see them, but they are really cute. They're kind of like a really exaggerated French tip, but like have tiger print on the ends.
Yeah.
So
It's
cute.
called an ombre, dumbass.
Oh. I'll learn to be a drag queen one day. And I just have basic little funny bunny on mine.
No, I love Funny Bunny. It's
I
such a
do.
pretty color, though.
It is, and it goes with so much.
Funny Bunny by OPI.
The lady who was painting them the other day was like, "Are you sure you want that color?" And I was like, "Yes."
Yeah.
Stop making me second guess.
Girl, Funny Bunny, put it in neutral, bubble bath, like clean girl aesthetic down.
You can't go wrong. One, it goes with all of your costumes.
Yeah.
So I like to find one that actually fits with everything. But every once in a while, like during Valentine's, I did the
You gotta
hot
do something
pink.
a little special.
Yes. I
little
did the
spicy.
bubblegum pink, hot pink, with little red hearts all over
Oh,
them.
how cute.
'Cause I was just a
How
little
cute.
love bug.
Anyways, back to what we were talking
Yes. Oh my gosh. Again, welcome back, everybody. We are going to dive deep into the world of drag and the different types of drag. We also want to kind of get into the nitty gritty of some big topics like drag is valid, but
Is it bookable?
bookable? Yeah. And we'll get into that later in this episode, but we kind of want to start off easy on you.
Yeah.
We wanted to kind of describe some of the different types of drag
Mhm.
out there and then what we kind of see in Nashville
Mhm.
and where you can kind of see all that different types of drag and kind of celebrate it. But then we also kind of want to talk about it.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
I am too.
Yeah.
So, Van, when we're thinking about everything, what are some of the types of drag that you see around our city? And then what are certain types of drag?
I definitely see a lot of I wouldn't say necessarily camp drag. I mean, I think there is a lot of camp drag, but I think that it's kind of fizzled out a little bit in Nashville. I see a lot of beauty queen, like pageant girls. I see a lot of what I call like little TNTs, like they're little bitty and they just come out and do all the shablams and stuff like that. So yeah,
I
I
love
see a
this.
lot of those in Nashville.
Yes, a lot of the TNT girls, which I feel like sometimes drag is shifting in certain ways where we are getting more of what you refer to as TNT.
TNTs.
Yes. And I might ruffle feathers, but I think sometimes with drag, I would rather see someone embody emotion on their face than flip, split, flip, split, flip.
I think to really quickly also touch the topic on that. I think it also depends on the style of the entertainer. Like if you are able to do both, that to me is art. Like
Oh, yeah,
I love
for
it when
sure.
you can convey if you do a song that has ebbs and flows and you're emoting the soft spots like you should. Like if that song sounds like she's crying and you look like, you're heartfelt and then you go into a death drop when the music crescendos. I think that's so cool.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
for sure. And I
but
don't want to I'm not trying to yuck anybody's
no, 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 no,
yum.
no. But I will say what does yuck my yum is when people get so hyper focused on the splits and the tricks and the doing the moves to wow the crowd that I've seen girls stop lip syncing. I've seen girls kind of almost look like they're in a daze, like they're just phoning it in
Yeah.
because they're so busy thinking about what they're supposed to be doing next.
Mhm.
And then also to touch base on that is I've noticed that there's been a lack of musicality with the TNT girls.
Yeah.
And it's not all of them, but for the majority that I've witnessed lately, it has been a lack of musicality. Like they do the split like 3 seconds before the music crescendos, like, and
Mhm.
it drives like what Mm, did you feel music class like?
Yeah. Which I'm like do the tricks, do the splits, do it all, but do it when the song requires
Fires
it.
yes.
That's where I kind of see a lot too, where I feel like we're now getting into that where everybody wants the wow, the drop
Mm-hmm.
moment,
Yeah.
where everyone's like, ah, but
Mhm.
then what else? What
What are
story
you
are you
doing in
telling?
between?
Yeah,
And I know a lot of girls that have only like 5 moves to their name, and so they're doing like 3-4 minute mixes or songs, doing the same 5 moves over and over and over because they're not conditioning themselves or training themselves
yeah,
to invoke the song.
I agree.
You
And
know,
I do. I mean, coming from a person who I have one good signature move, my high kick, I'll take someone's head off.
probably your own.
I know. God, if I could only hope. Um, but
Girl.
I know. But I do. I mean, again, I appreciate the art of acrobatics
Yes.
and doing that thing. Like I was a gymnast for 14 years whenever
Yeah.
I was younger, so I can do all the flips and the tricks.
Mhm.
I don't do them anymore. I don't trust my ankles anymore.
Yeah.
I've had a few bad breaks in my life, and
Mhm.
so now I'm the girl who wears a little bit of a chunky heel, and I don't move as much dancey anymore. So
Yeah.
I got to give it up to the girls who do that. However, know when it is appropriate to do your flips and your
To do your
splits.
kapow moment.
Yes.
And your kapow moment doesn't have to be a death drop. Or I don't know where that narrative also came in that you have to, if you can cartwheel, you have to do it.
Yeah.
You can split, you have to do it. If I know girls that can do tricks and splits, and they've made a whole career off of not.
Yeah.
Because it becomes too much of a requirement after. I think if people see you do it one time, they kind of expect it.
For
and
sure.
then when you stop doing it or you don't do it going forward, they're like, well, you've lost your spark. No, I haven't lost my spark. It's you're demanding something from me that I'm no longer comfortable to provide.
I agree.
You know,
I agree. But yeah, I would also agree with you that we don't have as many camp queens
No.
in our area, and you do that so well. And
Oh,
I
thank you.
would say that you are a camp queen
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
that we have.
That's a sash I wear proudly.
One of my favorite numbers that you have ever done, which you have a lot, but one of my favorite numbers, like when you come out, is you do Glamorous by Fergie, but you dress as like a lady playing the slots.
Yes.
Oh my
yes.
God. Every time I'm like, that bitch.
Girl, that poor costume. It has been through every iteration, every song you can imagine. I've done like Gucci Gucci by Krayshawn in that costume. I mean, I've done and like pulling out little baggies of pills and from my little crock purse that I carry around. Like, oh yeah,
God, that is so
that's one of
funny.
my favorites. And I have what sucks is I have so many funny ones up here, but I'm always afraid that I'm gonna push the envelope a little too far.
Yeah.
So it's trying to figure out how to dial it back a little
Well,
bit.
I've done a couple of funny numbers here and there. Like I did like I guess the White Lotus mix.
Yeah.
Where she's like, guess who I am? And she's like, Peppa Pig. I'm like,
Peppa Pig.
yeah, right. And then she's like, no, Monica Vitti. And then I do la 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 la, and like that whole
Yeah.
thing. I would more than likely call myself mall drag, like
Yeah.
a mall drag queen, but I also do like to be really pretty.
And you
that
are
beauty,
really pretty.
that beauty queen aesthetic. But then also like I feel like I kind of give off the beauty queen realistic mall girl, but
Mhm.
at the same time like I cuss like a sailor, I say dirty things,
Well, yeah, you're the really pretty beauty queen mall girl that will be at a biker bar at midnight. Like, duh.
Duh. You're everything rolled up into one burrito.
One burrito.
Oh my gosh. But we also have drag kings in our area.
I wish we had more drag kings.
Same.
I mean, listen, as we've spoken before, and we've talked about this probably 1,001 times, I was raised by drag kings.
Hmm.
And so my respect for drag kings is through the roof, and I want more.
I do
want more.
too.
And I don't think that you can ever have too many drag kings. I don't. I think that they should be just as equally overhyped as queens.
I agree.
For real.
So I want to get real for just a second
Yeah.
while we're on this topic. Why do we think drag kings don't go over as well, I feel like, here in the South as they do in other places?
Are you talking about like from the audience standpoint or from the
Yes.
backstage standpoint? Because
Ooh.
there's two different outlooks on this.
Ooh, that is good. Let's start with the audience, but I want to get into the backstage as well.
I think sometimes the audience, especially, I've been in the audience and witnessed this conversation happen. People don't realize that sometimes it is people who are born biologically feminine or
Mhm.
female, and they are making the swap to be a king. I think a lot of times they think that it's another man on stage, and so they just don't really understand,
Mhm.
because I guess for some reason it's easier for the world to grasp a man turning into a woman, but it's not easy for them to grasp that a woman can turn into, or a
Yeah.
man. Like, you can swap your genders like that too. Um, so I think that's the main thing. But also I think because we as a society are just naturally attracted to, and I'm trying to put this delicately, feminine, pretty things. Not
Mhm.
saying that drag kings can't be pretty or feminine. They can do that. And they can wear the sparkles and the shines, but I think people are more amazed at taking something so, like, what we consider masculine and
Mhm.
heavy, like, and brutish,
Yeah.
and turning it in. And that's not always the case for every queen, I'm aware, but that's the societal outlook, and turning it into something that's like feminine and soft
And
and
petite.
and
And
petite
yeah.
and quotations. I think that kind of leaves them with more of in their brain a wow factor. But to me, I think it's even cooler to see somebody do the exact opposite.
Mhm.
You know,
Oh, I agree. I think there are some really great drag queen or drag kings
yes,
that we have around here
yeah,
that don't get the accolades that they
absolutely,
deserve. And I feel like sometimes, you know, some some drag kings are very well built in the chest area
yeah,
and they have to maintain
hmm
and take it down, bind it, make it flatter to present as male chest.
yes,
That's a hard thing to do.
yeah. It's just as painful and time
Yes.
consuming as it is for us as queens to tape and reposition our genitalia.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Yeah, and I do think sometimes they get the rap as it's easier,
easier.
and I disagree,
I do disagree.
but I
Absolutely.
also think that we are around it more, so
Mhm.
we understand um the processes that they go through more
Yes.
so than the audience who is just there for a good time.
But I also think that leads into the backstage outlook, which is what I was talking about a second ago, about how I think sometimes, and I'm gonna be honest, there are a lot of queens who do appreciate kings, and then there are a lot of queens who don't, but say they do,
Mm-hmm.
and that has been a falseness that I've witnessed in my own backstage area. Um, I think because a lot of queens feel like they do have it easier,
Mm-hmm.
especially if a, and I don't know, I don't understand why is it okay what I'm about to say for one but not the other, especially if they're a trans man.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like it's easier for them to be a drag king, but why isn't the same thing thought for a trans woman doing drag? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know.
No,
But
that makes sense to me.
I don't want to push any buttons or
No.
like hurt anybody's feelings by no means
No.
by asking these questions, but like these are just things that just I want to know.
Well, again, I think we are also having the conversations that other people are having within themselves
Yeah.
or within their small groups, but not actually verbalizing about
Yeah.
it. And so I think it's important to discuss these
Mhm.
and bring awareness that there are conversations that need to be had
Mhm.
in our community about the spaces that we all utilize.
Mhm.
And I think the best place to start is something like this so people can be like, yes, you were onto something. I think we should have more conversations about this. And I think there should be, more places given to
Mhm.
different types of drag.
And I think it also just to kind of also throw this out there, I think it's all about intent as well.
Mhm.
What is your intent on why you're asking? If you're doing it with malintent, that's going to be sensed, and then that's when I think things can become offensive really quickly.
Yes.
But back to what I was saying about like why is it okay for trans women but not men, or if it's easier for trans men but they still view it as different for trans women, kind of goes into the next category of drag that we can talk about, which is they have multiple names, and so if we say one that you don't agree with, just carry on. But AFAB, bio, hyper queen, somebody who is genetically born female and they present female on stage. That is kind of ties into the same question, like why is it okay for, in quotations, trans women but not okay for not trans women?
Exactly.
Because if the whole excuse is, well, they have titties and they also have they're downstairs. I mean, we don't know what's going on with everybody's downstairs,
Exactly.
and nor do I want to.
Yeah, it's not our
And I'm not
business.
here to dictate that. Make that
Dig.
very clear. I'm not here to wonder about that. I'm just saying, like, I think also I somebody put it in perspective for me a long time ago. Elvira's drag.
Oh.
Like that's drag. So if Elvira can be in drag, why can't Susie May down the street?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I agree. And I think with drag in the end, if you are putting in the time, if you are putting in the work,
Dedication.
yes, if you're putting in the dedication,
Mhm.
if you are taking the time to hone in your art and make it worthwhile,
Mhm.
then go for it. Because art is art.
Correct.
Not everyone is going to like your art, but if you like it, you're your biggest critic and you need to keep sticking with it. But if it's not a passion, then,
And that's okay if it's not a passion.
Yes.
You can do it as a hobby.
Oh, for sure.
I know a lot of queens that do it as just like a hobby, and they make their appearance once every couple months or years or whatever, and they come out and they kill the game, and it's
Yeah.
sickening, and then they go about doing their own thing. I don't think that I don't know when did it become a prerequisite that if you were going to do drag or if you were interested in doing drag, you had to make it your career. You had to like do it like you had to do it like the rest of the girls did to make it acceptable.
Yeah.
I guess for me, as long as you're putting in the work yourself, I mean, it's I don't know, this is a double-edged sword for me. I think everybody should be able to experience getting in drag.
Oh, for sure.
And I think everybody should at least do it once. But if you're relying on everybody else to get you in drag, at some point you're not doing your drag, you're doing what everybody else is wanting for you.
Yeah.
So that, to me, that's where I have a slight issue. But if you're coming out like I said, once in a blue moon, and you're doing your own thing, you're making your own costumes, I think that's the thing. Like, you don't have to do it every week.
No, I agree. And I think that's also kind of like what we've touched on in other episodes is that, certain television shows and certain things now have pushed drag in such a way that everybody thinks that they have to do it a certain way.
Right.
And I say that because like what I also start seeing is a lot of the same costumes over and over. The bodysuits that are bedazzled,
Yep.
instead of owning in your own personality, it's
Mhm.
all becoming cookie cutter to me.
Yes.
Not a bad thing. And I don't want people to get that confused. I am not saying it's a bad thing.
Well, no, we're not shaming any of
No.
these topics.
But what I'm saying is there is something that happens whenever everything becomes cookie cutter, people stop paying attention.
Correct.
And this art form does not need to have the cookie cutter
This
presentation.
art form deserves better.
Oh, it does constantly.
And yes, you have, and as we're talking about this, the first entertainer that came to my mind, that to me is so like far left from cookie cutter, like Crystal Method.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yes, we have a lot of entertainers in this world that are like that, but I've noticed a lot in local drag scene, they go unappreciated.
Yes. And one person that always sticks out to me who really pushes the envelope here, in my opinion, Lucy Screws.
Yes.
I really like a lot of the competitions that I've seen her in,
Mhm.
a lot of the shows that I've seen her in. She constantly seems to be pushing herself to try something new and different.
She's weird,
Yeah, I love it.
and she's weird, and I love that.
But drag queens are weird. We're
We're
supposed to be weird. We're supposed to
We're
be
supposed
weird.
to be weird. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say that like Lucy is like alternative drag, but I definitely think that she is a clown car heading that way.
I put me in the clown car
Oh,
because
girl, I want to be in it. But yeah, no, I love Lucy.
Yes.
And I love her style of drag. It's very clown. It's very, but I also think that it depends on your where you're at mentally for your finances, because like let's talk about that. We've already talked about how drag's expensive, XYZ, but also like you want to put back, you want to get back some of at least what you put into it.
Yes.
And so sometimes coming up with these big conceptual looks and stuff, it's just not affordable.
And I totally agree. And coming from my other career, which is a teacher, we don't make bukus of money.
Yeah.
And you know, I consider myself a mall queen because what I like to do is purchase things from stores or online, and then I manipulate them to
Mhm.
make them my own.
Yeah.
But I have to do it in a certain budget that works for me,
Yeah.
and I have to stay within that budget because I have to also worry about other payments that I have going on in my
Yeah.
life. So I again to say I am not yucking anyone's yum on however they do drag.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is there comes a point where we have too many of the same looks going around and too many of the
Yes.
similar cookie cutters
Absolutely.
that it becomes
Diluted.
yes.
It's a very diluted version of drag. And then
It's-
that becomes the expectation for the fandom
Mhm.
and the audience. And then when, like I said, somebody does come out and they're creative or they're not necessarily Sabrina Carpenter reincarnate,
Yes.
they get shunned. And it's
Mhm.
very baffling to me because to me, I would rather see something that's more creative and that took a little bit more for me to think than just somebody coming out there doing Beyonce in a leotard and thigh-high boots. Not
Yeah.
that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just kind of getting sick of it.
I agree. And that's where I think why I like our little conversations that we
Mhm.
always have, even on and off our pod, about how we feel where
Yeah.
everything is. And it makes me really enjoy
Mhm.
talking about these matters because
And I think that with the rise of Dragula, I was really excited because it was all alternative drag. And there for a minute, I had my alternative phase. It was a phase, Mom. It really was. But like they were doing stuff that I didn't see at my local clubs and
Mm-mm.
stuff. I mean, like we have girls here and they're stapling shit to their chest and pulling pins and needles out of them, and I'm just thinking like this is wild, and I would never be able to do it. But good on you, mate.
Yeah. And I think, as you brought that up and we saw that at that competition,
Mhm.
Sissy,
Sissy.
I really wish that it would have looked a little bit more exaggerated because I
Yeah.
don't think it read from where you and I were standing
Right.
on the stage. So I wish, like, sometimes I wish if queens are going to do that because I think it is so cool.
Mhm.
Again, I enjoy it because I know I couldn't do that,
Yes.
but I love watching other people do it.
Yeah.
But it needed to be a little bit more exaggerated.
And I think that comes along with experience, and this is
Yes.
what I talk about when I mention and I'm going to mention them a lot. And there's not anything wrong with this style of drag. It's just it's become the norm
Hmm.
in Nashville for right now. Is with the TNT drag, it's very what you get is what you can be seen in the front.
Hmm.
Like if half the time you're performing, you're on the ground, you have to think about the people in the back.
Yes.
Like yes, balcony might be able to see you, but the people in the back will not. And so you want them to throw money at you, but they can't see half of your performance, and then you get mad because you're not making money, and it makes no sense.
Mhm.
So it kind of goes hand in hand with what you were saying at Sissy. I already knew where she was going with it because, fuck yeah. Um, but like you said, I wish I wish entertainers going forward would think more of back row.
Yes.
Work your way back to the front. Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously you don't want to splatter everybody.
No, but that's
but
what
like,
and that's like a number one rule we talk about in theater.
Mhm.
You are performing for the back row.
Mhm.
Your gestures are big. Everything you do is dramatic because you want every single person in that audience to see and
Yeah.
feel what you're doing.
Yeah. Now, having all of this being said about this entertainer that performed at Sissy or competed at Sissy, I thought she did a fabulous job.
Yeah.
I think she did a wonderful job. I wish it was a little bit bigger,
Mhm.
and I wish, honestly, it had a little bit more of a burlesque twist.
Yeah.
And that was it. And I'm not going to mention her name because she might not appreciate that yet, but yeah.
She will.
She might not. But yeah, I think, yeah. But I love alternative drag, horror drag,
Yes.
spooky drag.
I loved
I
watching
love
the
it.
Boulay brothers.
I don't anymore.
Okay.
I don't anymore. I feel like it's becoming too
Mainstream again.
mainstream, and that's what happened with Drag Race, and now here it is happening with the Boulay brothers. So
Yeah.
I think, in as much as they're trying to fight that, it's inevitable when it becomes public knowledge.
I agree. I think there is something to
Now,
be
having that
said.
being said, I haven't watched any of the latest seasons because
Oh, she's sticking it out.
I don't watch really any competition shows anymore. I don't watch Drag Race. I don't watch. I
Yeah.
find it to be mundane.
Yeah.
And redundant.
No, I get it because it's like now being in that drag world and seeing and understanding the show, I can tell you exactly the play of the whole show, and I now just typically turn it on for the runway looks.
Yeah.
But I already know, like, I know who's gonna lip sync by
Episode 5.
Yes,
Yeah.
you already know whatever song comes on, you know who's going home.
Yep.
Like it's easy to tell.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like our bearded queens, I love like watching both worlds collide and seeing the repetition of that masculine and
Yes.
feminine uniting
Well,
together.
it's like dueling in one person.
Yeah.
And I
Like
love
Duchess
that.
Dynamite. She
Yeah.
does a wonderful
Naya
job with this.
Katsal.
Naya Katsal, yes.
I love Naya.
Oh my gosh.
I love the my favorite type of bearded queen though is when they paint big. Like you would think, oh, she's a bearded queen, she has to paint big. No, I've seen some bearded queens and they paint very fish, very beautiful, very soft glamour makeup, and it looks amazing. But I love a bitch who will wear a beard and like thicken her eyebrows and then do like, I mean, I've dabbled in bearded drag too. You know, big eyes and I just bold.
Yeah.
I love bearded queens. So
Go big or go home.
you know, I know it's been said by others that, you know, shave. It's lazy if you don't shave. But, I mean, listen, here's the thing. We're all entitled to do whatever the fuck we want to.
Oh, for sure.
Period. So.
Do what you want. And then I do like the non-binary drag too. Kind of like the MX and like
The alien.
Yeah, the alien, the
I love it.
androgyny, all of it. It just
I love
so
it,
fun.
but I will say this, and it's not because it's the non-binary by no means, but I do notice that a lot of times, specifically in competitions, that is the hardest category to like score because if we're so built on this construct of feminine and masculine. If you're both and you're competing, say you're femme presenting, but you wear a suit for evening wear. How am I going to score you for that?
So
You
the
know what I'm
score
saying?
sheets aren't set up for that.
Well, it's not.
Or-
I mean, how does one score for that? Because when you're a lot of people don't know this, but when you're judging like gown or formal wear, and you go by fit, you go by length, you go by all of this, but like women's suits are much different than men's suits, and if they present feminine, okay, how am I trying to say this? It is not uncommon for a woman to wear an oversized suit.
Yes.
So you can't really judge them because it's oversized, or vice versa. A woman's known to wear a very smaller suit. So you can't really judge, and just because they're femme presenting, you can't judge them just strictly on being presenting femme because they're in the MX non-binary. Does that make sense?
Oh, that does become very...
So that becomes very hard to judge, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I could see that. That's interesting.
On that very specific case. Now, most people who I've noticed that compete in like the MX division of a pageant, they'll usually, if they're femme presenting, wear a gown. If they're mask presenting, they wear a suit. There has been a couple times, I think once or twice, where I've seen femme present and they've worn a suit, but how do you judge that? Because, like a woman's suit can come up a little bit above her ankles.
But then in the pageant world, it shouldn't be...
Should it or should it not?
Well,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, how do you judge that?
Very... Oh, Lord, we've got quite the conundrum, everyone.
I know. But so that's the only thing that I will say about the MX non-binary category is it gets confusing for me.
Yeah. If you have any suggestions, please reach out to the one and only Van.
And if you do, great. If you don't, great.
She's busy.
Very busy.
But those are kind of the different types of drag.
Yeah.
And we don't see them all. I don't see a lot of horror drag in
There
Nashville.
used to be a lot.
However, we now have...
Oh, you're right.
Drag Supreme.
We have the Drag Supreme.
Yes.
Hosted by the one and only Venus and Serena.
Yes. So she has brought the glamour, the horror,
the filth.
She has brought that to our area, which is a nice thing because
it's lovely.
It's one thing I love to do whenever is go to those competitions and see it. One, because I love all kinds of drag and I love to see different creative people show their creative outlets. And I'm really honored that this month I get to judge one of the pageants.
Sickening.
Yeah, I get to judge one of the weekends and I'm super excited for it because one, it's for me, it gives me more experience with all kinds of different types of drag
It gives you also a different perspective.
and a different perspective. And I've never liked to put myself in a box.
Right.
But at the same time, I also have conformed in some
Yeah.
situations because of the venues and because of where you do drag, which we're
Mhm.
getting ready to jump into. But I would also say that we have kind of the differences here where you have the social media queens
Yeah.
who are primarily only on social media
Yes.
and don't really do gigs. And then you have more of like us, where we're the club queens,
Mhm.
where we do a lot of ours in the clubs
In the
and
clubs.
bars.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I would say most of our queens though do perform,
Yes.
but they're how often is in question.
Yes.
Yeah, but
There are, but I feel like
I'm not big on social media, so I think anybody who has the time to stare at their
know.
phone all day and like worry about their likes and their content and stuff, that's a job in its own. Good on you, mate.
what that goes to if she don't know how to operate social
You
media.
better shut your mouth.
She don't know how to do social media.
I didn't learn none of this. I'm still stuck in MySpace.
Yeah. Oh my god. Tom's your only friend.
God.
Oh my gosh. Well, now I kind of want to jump into the competitive queens. I want to
Okay.
kind of talk about some of the really cool pageants and stuff that we see in our area.
Okay.
But then I also want to kind of jump into what's valid and what needs a little bit more work.
What can
And
we work on?
yeah, what can we work on?
Hmm.
So let's kind of jump into our competitive side.
Okay.
So, how many pageants have you done in your time?
Um, uh,
Mhm.
I've done. No, I've done Genesis 3 times. I won on my third time, and then I did Nashville Pride once and won.
Oh, she's a winner, baby.
So those are the only pageants I've done.
Okay.
I want to do EOI, but I don't have the budget for EOI.
Oh, but I would love to go see you.
Yeah.
So Delta, we went with Delta
Yeah.
2 years in a row, and EOI is so fun to go to and watch. It is so crazy the amount of talent
Yes.
that comes out on that stage, the creativity and the thought process. Like watching Delta light up that stage, she is one of my good Judies,
Yeah.
and I will probably blow wind up her dress all day long, but I'll also keep it real with her. But watching her light up that stage with such really cool acts and stuff was just really cool to watch and be a part of. But I love watching those competitions. And then we have our local competitions here that are
Mhm.
going on right now.
Mhm.
We have Sissy.
We have Sissy. We have the Drag Supreme. We have Now That's What I Call Drag at Play.
Mhm.
We Wait, is that going on yet? No, that's not going on yet. But it's
No,
coming
it just
soon.
ended, but it's coming
Yeah,
back.
it's coming
right? Yeah.
back. It's coming back. And then what else do we have?
We have, well, you Miss Genesis, right?
Yeah, Miss Genesis, and then Nashville Pride's coming in June. so,
Nashville Pride's coming in June.
yeah.
Is that all that we have around
I
here?
feel like there's probably another, like Franklin
Yes.
Pride, Ruco Pride.
Yes.
We just had Murfreesboro Pride.
Yes.
It's about 'tis the season.
Tis the season for pride pageants.
Yeah. So.
But yes, so we do have a lot of those. But I really have found it really cool to be going to Sissy for sure and
Mhm.
watching over those different cycles.
Yeah.
And one thing that I love that they do is anything but a lip sync.
Yes.
Ah, that's when you really get to see
If
girls
somebody's
shine.
gonna win, or like that's when you really get to see somebody's creativity.
Yes.
Because yeah, we all have different talents outside of drag. Don't get me wrong, but some people have hyper focused themselves so far on the lip sync and the performance aspect that what else are they gonna bring to the table that's not like point blank and period
Mm-hmm.
a TNT girl, one of those types of girls. What else do you have to offer?
Mm-hmm.
I need
What
you to
do you do successfully?
I want you to show me. Those are the moments for them to shine, though.
Yeah.
And I will say this: 7 out of 10 times they don't offer
Yeah.
anything other than a shablam.
Yeah.
And at some point in time during their performance or their lip sync-less talent,
Mm-hmm.
they have to pull that out because that's the only way that they know that they will advance to the other round.
I agree.
And that's disappointing.
It is. It is. Now, thinking about this, have you ever put thought into what you would do if you had like a challenge like that? Or have you done a challenge like that?
Oh, I mean, anytime you do a pageant, I mean, there's always presentation, which I was always taught not to lip sync, but I think the new generation is lip syncing their pageant presentations. However,
Ooh.
that's neither here nor there. I think that's one of those topics that's eye is in the beauty of the beholder, or whatever it is, whatever they say. You know what they say, Rue? The nipples are the eyes of the face. No, what is it? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yes.
Thank you. But every time you do a pageant presentation, especially at like prides and stuff like that, they're themed. So you give a bitch a good theme, and I'll
Mhm.
wear it out.
Oh, for sure.
So like I think this upcoming Sissy is video games. Oh, sister,
What
I'll
would
wear
you do?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have so many. I could do Sims, Lollipop Chainsaw. I would do because I did Lollipop Chainsaw for Miss Genesis the first year I competed
Oh, nice.
because it was video games. That was the year Venus and Serena actually was giving up. Yeah, I mean I have so many. I have so
Yeah.
many. Yeah.
I would love to do some sort of fun spoof with playing the water glasses. I would love to come out and play like water glasses and
Oh my
do like a
gosh.
whole song.
Like the carnival game?
No,
Oh,
like on Miss
oh, like Miss
Congeniality,
Congeniality.
like playing an actual song on water glasses.
Yeah.
I think that would be hilarious. That'd be something I've thought about doing, but I think with a theme, I would always want to do a pageant with a storybook theme.
Yes.
Storybook, because and not like I'm not meaning like the princesses and all that, like
Rumpelstiltskin.
Rumpelstiltskin,
Yes.
Little Red Riding Hood, Gingerbread Man.
Like storybooks.
Storybooks.
Not just
Yes.
fairy tales.
Yes, storybook characters and all that. I think that would
Hansel
be a
and
fun
Gretel.
one. Yes, all
Mhm.
kinds of fun little things.
So I've always wanted to do a pageant. I wanted to do a production back when the Playmates used to do productions, and I wanted to do storybook, and I wanted like Princess to be Rumpelstiltskin, and I wanted to come out as Sleeping Beauty, but I wanted to be If She Never Woke Up. So she's like decrepit and just laying in her bed, but you know everything's vertical, so you just see me walking down the aisle, and I'm just like emaciated. I know. I built a whole production around my
wanna do
one
this.
look,
We're doing it. You heard it here first. We're doing it.
girl.
Oh my gosh. But also, I think what's really cool is bringing back to the horror aspect
Mhm.
of Drag Supreme.
Yeah.
And, you know, this month they're going to be doing, yes, Deadly Dolls.
Ooh.
Deadly Dolls.
God.
And so, and I know that they have to bring the horror,
Mhm.
like, and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be exciting to watch. And I just think it's just fun to play around with those.
Who do you think is gonna be Chucky?
Well, I don't know. That I mean, but to me,
I feel like that's such an easy grab.
I know.
though.
I hope no one just does just Chucky.
Yeah.
You know,
Can I do
Dang.
like meth Barbie and she's like trying to like bath salt Barbie?
bath salt bar.
Ah, she's trying to eat people's brains.
Yeah. Just go up to people and eat their ears off. Yeah,
Girl.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna be a porcelain doll, but I'm gonna be cracked.
Clever.
Thanks. Well. Dang it! Fan always hates my ideas.
Not all of
Okay,
them.
so let's get into this because I want to get some real talk.
Oh,
Biatch.
great.
Is drag for everyone?
I think drag is for everyone, but I don't think that everyone can do drag. I know.
Whoa.
I think everybody should at least once, but I think it takes a special type of person, especially to do drag day in day out like we do. Now I'm not saying, I know I just said that you don't have to do that. I'm not saying that you should or you have to. I'm saying for me specifically, I think like I said, everybody should experience drag. I think everybody should get in drag, but I don't think that everybody is meant for stage.
I agree.
I just don't.
I agree.
And I don't know where, in all honesty, we got this whole whooped sense of all drag is valid. Yes, I guess in a sense, all drag is valid. However, not all drag is bookable. And if you're wanting to make drag your career, is what I'm speaking upon, then you have to make sure that you are bookable in some form or set.
Yes. And you have to make sure that the event that you're doing and the venue, they approve of the type of stuff you're about to show.
Correct.
Because yes, art is subjective and
Mhm.
art is for us.
Yes.
I do drag because I enjoy it.
Yes.
But I also know to get certain spots, I have to present looks that
Mhm.
they want to see.
Correct. But also, I think it's something that we need to mention though with Nashville coming, with drag coming under fire and Nashville specifically.
Mhm.
I think I'm not saying that we need to push certain drag individuals to the shadows. That's not what I'm
Mhm.
saying. I'm just saying we need to take responsibility and understand and accountability for what drag we are presenting,
Yes.
because the media will use it against us every
Every
time.
time.
And if you are a ooky spooky alternative entertainer that is naked or, blah 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 blah, let's not do a venue for with kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if you're a little bit of a hoochie mama and you want to, wear pasties and stuff, like let's make sure we're not booking with children.
Yeah.
Now, granted, having this being said, I would hope that entertainers are smart enough and kind of like actors, where depending on the role we get, we can change up our act,
Yes.
in quotations. But just as well as I do,
Yes.
that there is always that one idiot
Yes. That's
that
going
will
to
ruin
push
it,
the envelope
that
just
will
to
ruin
push
it for everybody
Mhm.
because they don't know how to act.
Yes.
So
I agree. And I think again, there's a time and place for
Mhm.
everything. And I think at 1 o'clock in the morning at a queer bar, you can do whatever the heck you
yeah,
want.
tits out, go for it, dude.
Tits out for the boys.
Yeah,
Tits
I
out
love
for
it.
the boys.
But like story time for children, I don't think that you should be wearing anything that's provocatively
No.
low cut or high cut or
No.
two-pieced.
Yes. And that goes with experience, knowing your
Mhm.
audience. So like if you are uncertain,
But also, I wish venues would stop booking, or not stop booking, stop putting uh ill-experienced entertainers in charge.
yes.
I don't understand why I'm seeing open stagers running shows.
Mhm.
They've been doing drag for 2 months, and then venues are like, "Oh, well, here, have a drag brunch." So, and then they get mad at the entertainer and the lineup, because it didn't go well.
Exactly.
Because you're not getting experienced entertainers to run the motherfucker.
Yes. And
Sorry.
that was my big notes that I was writing down here. If you can't organize a show, don't.
Don't.
Just be a performer.
Yeah.
And as one of the show directors in our city,
Mhm.
it is a hard job.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. It is when you are trying to wrangle 5 or more people
Mhm.
to get however many songs you need. Let's take brunch for example.
Yeah.
When we do brunch for Prides, they are long events.
Mhm.
6+ songs. So you are literally in charge of making sure you get the right versions of the song.
Mhm.
You are making sure that they all download correctly, all play back correctly.
Mhm.
You want to make sure that you turn them in either on a flash drive or some format that your DJ is going to understand
Mhm. Or requests.
or requests. You need to I always type out exactly the show lineup. I
Mhm.
type in what I'm going to say so the DJ can follow along because in a lot of these venues that we get for Pride are heterosexual run
Yes.
and they are not used to drag shows.
Yes.
Now, in the queer spaces, a little bit easier.
Yeah.
However,
You can just say, "I'm going to come out and talk right here."
exactly. But when you have to really organize these shows now because drag is
Mhm.
creeping out of our queer safe spaces and
Yeah.
going out into the city and all around, right?
Mhm.
So you have to really get these people to understand how a drag show works. You need to make sure that you have music ready to go when a queen comes off the stage. So
Mhm.
you need to have some sort of playlist that is ready to play.
Yes.
So it's
Playback
not just
music.
dead air
Yes.
going on.
I hate that.
You have to make sure that your girls end up there or guys end up there on time.
Mhm.
You need to make sure being a show director out at a brunch, specifically at a different venue that is not queer in this city,
Yeah.
is daunting because
Oh, yeah.
you are running around constantly. Who's next? Who's ready? You have to type everything out. I print everything out. I put it up where
Mhm.
everybody can see the lineup of the show, what order they're in.
Mhm.
If we have last minute changes, you've got to be ready to be on top of it.
Yep.
You have to be ready to go. We had an issue at one of our last drag things where the slides weren't playing. So we had to literally go to my account. We had to we had to literally snip them out,
Mhm.
put them onto their other computer.
Yep.
You have to be ready. And
Mhm.
what happens is a lot of times when you have inexperienced people thinking that they can just it's wham bam, thank you ma'am,
Yeah.
easy to go, and they just get thrown into this mix, it
Yeah.
doesn't look successful and
Yeah.
it looks messy. And then people are like, well, this isn't really what I thought it was.
Yeah.
And I know that nothing needs to be perfect, but it
No.
needs to be as seamless as possible.
It just needs to be as less stressful as
Yes.
possible.
The only people
'Cause
that
being in
should
drag
know,
alone is stressful.
oh, for sure. But the only people that should know that anything went wrong is the show director
And the venue.
and
the
the
venue
venue.
operator.
Yes,
That's it.
it. Like, I don't even want some of my girls to
No.
know or guys to know because that might send them into a tailspin of
Yeah.
being anxious.
Yeah.
So I try to handle
You know,
everything.
and that's actually a very good point. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of notorious for being like, especially like to like Perplexity or to RJ. I will specifically be like, oh my god, tonight's falling apart, and I've just had to blah blah blah. You know, and I've never really thought about removing myself from that equation. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you. Oh my God, you heard it here. I taught her something.
Shut up.
No, but I do like even like Bishop, he helps run a lot of the shows that
Yeah.
I do around town. And like him and I are the only ones should ever know that there's a problem. Like
Mhm.
if there's a DJ. Like we had there was only one time that we were at a gig and the DJ didn't have any music on his computer. Like
I'm sorry. What?
yeah, he didn't have any music on his computer. And so I plugged in my flash drive and we were going down. And he's like, well, I can't play this version. I can't do this. So literally he had another computer where I had to have the girls go. And I said, you need to pick a song that he has right here on this playlist.
Yeah.
Like, I need you to go to him really quick. I
Mhm.
need you you look at his list. I think he had like a Pussycat song, like Pussycat Doll song. He had this. I was like, this is not how we run a show, but we have to do it today.
Yep.
And that was the only time that I've ever had to have my girls actually panic and be
Yeah.
like, hey, I need you to do this really quick.
Yeah.
But typically it is Bishop and I that if there's a problem, we're the only ones that know about it
about
and
it.
then we fix it. Because I want everybody to have a good time. I
Yeah.
don't want my audience to be distracted because I
Yeah.
want them to stay in the process. I want all of my entertainers that I have in the show to stay on it so
Fair.
they're having a good time. They're ready to deliver so that when they come back, they say, wow, that was professionally run. We want you back. And that's how you get a contract.
Yeah. Fair.
And that's how you get a contract.
Yeah.
And I have to say, like, that's what I pride myself on is making sure that I do everything as best as I can so they do want more of it.
Having all of this being said, as we're having this conversation, we're putting a lot, specifically this topic, we're putting a lot of emphasis on the entertainer, but it's also not just the entertainer's fault.
No.
Venues, stop reaching out to inexperienced queens because you know their rates will be cheaper.
Yes.
You're going to get what you paid for, and then you're going to get mad.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. It's a big gripe of mine. Like there are so many entertainers in Nashville that I can think of off the top of my head that will run a smooth, flawless show, and you are booking literally an open stager to run your brunch.
Yeah.
It baffles me. Fayludes, Vidalia and Gentry, you, Deception, me, the Princess. I mean, there's so many girls that would just be great show directors.
Yeah.
Jaden is another
Jaden.
one.
Yes.
You know, why?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's a valid
I
thing.
got
You're hearing our frustration.
I got heated.
But it's real talk. It's
Well,
real
and
talk.
then what cracks me up is what the listeners don't understand is then I get phone calls from these anxious youngins, and they're going, "What do I do?"
Yeah.
Well, honey, baby, hold on, baby. I'm trying to fry up some chicken, and I got my baby on my hip, and I'm trying to write my songs down for tonight. Like, what do you want from me?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm over here juggling.
But also to say that, like, I totally want them to reach out,
Yes.
but reach out before
yes.
your gig. Reach out for feedback after.
Yeah.
Invite us to a show.
You know what? I don't know about you, but I always get invited.
Oh.
I just can never show.
Oh.
Because I'm always working.
Yeah. Same. I guess that's true.
Yeah.
But also, like, it kind of goes back into what we've talked about. Promote yourself. Promote yourself. Promote yourself. You are working for yourself. If you think that this is 2026 and a business puts up a flyer in a window or a business puts it one time on their socials, that is not going to work. You
Nope.
need to be annoying to get people to your show.
Agreed. And I'm the
So-
world's worst at not doing that.
Mm-hmm. But
As we've all seen from the podcast.
we have our monthly meeting next week,
Yeah.
so we'll discuss.
Oh, great.
Oh my gosh. But I think I also want to kind of talk about what do we think, though, with what does the perfect or what does a really good show have? What does a
Oh,
really good show
right off the
have?
bat, diversity in their cast. Period.
Yes.
Period. I want to
Yes.
see boys. I want to see girls. I want to see entertainers of color. I want to see fats. I want to see thins. I want to see femmes. I want to see masks. I want to see it all.
You want to see it all?
I want to see it all. That is to me what makes a great show.
I
I am
agree.
so I think it's so benign to have a show with the same style of entertainment,
Yeah.
the same. I mean, it's just same across the board. When you can't tell your own entertainers apart, I think that is just devastating.
Yeah.
Devastating. Everybody should. As soon as so and so walks out on stage, you should be able to go, "That's so and so." As soon as so and so walks out on stage, you should
Mhm.
go, "That's definitely not so and so because that's so and so." You should be able to know.
Yeah. I agree. And I think it becomes complicated in
Mhm.
some venues too because of payment and how
Yes.
much their budget allows.
Correct.
And that's where sometimes we run into issues too, is because if you're only giving certain amounts of money,
Yes.
you only have certain amount of people that one will show up,
Correct.
two will work for that, three
Mhm.
will do something with what they're given. But I agree, like you have to have different types of drag. You have
Yes.
to have diversity.
You should at least try.
try.
Let's say
Yes.
that. You should at least try. In a perfect world, yes, you should. But let's be honest, it is not a perfect world. And like you said, with limited budget, limited resources, and I don't mean resources and like there's not enough. Limited, stable resources that, like you said, will show up.
Yes.
Will be on time. That will be professional. Who won't stink.
Yeah.
Who won't be still fucked up from the night before. That really gets limiting. So yes, I think the perfect show would be diversity if you can.
Yes. And that's another thing I always want. Show up on time,
Yes.
because you are making a name for yourself, but then the promoters and the show director, their names are on the line.
Hold on, you just triggered another argument. My thing is how can we? I'm about to start clapping. How can we sit here and scream at the top of our lungs, all drag is valid? This is what we mean when we say not all drag is bookable.
Yeah.
Drag can be valid in quotations, but drag is not bookable. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're not bookable, then are you really that valid?
Oh, dang. Well, I mean, that's true. I mean, that's a real statement, and I think that needs to be said. And again, my whole thing is, if you think that we're talking directly to you, that's on you.
Listen, a kick dog will always holler first.
Oh,
So if you're hollering right now, you might want to look in the mirror.
dang. You know what? This has been Words of Wisdom by your Aunt Vanity.
I'm over here clapping my hands and stuff.
You
about
were.
the beat,
I
girl.
was like, she has something to say.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh. But I think you have to, if you want to be a drag artist of any type, you have to know your brand.
Yes,
You have to know who you are. You really do. And that takes a moment.
it does.
I'm not saying
still
day
learning it.
one. I am too. I'm
I'm
not
still
saying
learning
day
it.
one, but you have to know where you're going to progress.
Yes.
One, for me, I know that my costumes are never going to be that sparkly, are never going to be crazy feathers off over the top.
They could.
They could,
They
but
could.
that's not who I am, because I know what I bring to the table.
Correct.
So I know what I'm bringing. So that's a perfect example of who are you. What do you do successfully? Find your niche. What do you do successfully? Hone it, but make sure that you're adaptable and you can
As I was
work
saying,
on some other
Make
things.
sure you don't box yourself in, because
Yes.
I'm telling you, a lot of these girls nowadays, and it started in season 7 with branding.
Yes.
Yes, branding is very important, but why can't you brand yourself as versatile?
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
So many gays want to. Why do they
I
not?
mean,
in
girl,
drag.
they say they are, but they're not.
Most people are bottoms.
But no, absolutely. I mean, don't pigeonhole yourself.
Yeah. And then what do you bring to the stage that is unique to you?
Yeah.
So even that could be personality.
Yeah.
Like that can be as simple as personality. Song choice. If you know that you do a song really well,
Mm-hmm.
not the same song, but if you do a genre of song really well,
Yeah.
stick to that genre, master it, so people are like, God, I love when you do that.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, listen, that's me in rock and roll.
yeah,
Like, when I do rock and roll music, everybody every time will go, "Oh my God, we forgot that you were like this," or "We love when you do this," or because I don't do it as often.
Yeah.
One, because I'm broken and tired.
and my other thing was, don't just rely on acrobats.
Don't.
And don't just rely on body.
I mean, listen, if you have to shablam and kablam and death drop and dip and do your whole number just to pull any kind of coinage, I'm thinking maybe we should reevaluate.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I come from an old school thought process of drag when a girl could go out there and completely invoke and embody the song and kill the house down
Well,
and make tons of freaking money because it's theater at that
yes.
point.
And when we say like know your song,
Yeah.
know what you're doing, because and a good example of this is when Latrice Royale was doing against Kenya Michaels, and they did Natural Woman,
Yeah.
and Latrice Royale held herself,
Yeah.
and she sang with that emotion, and
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, and
And
the
then
other
and little TNT was just
bebopping around.
like a
You
spin top.
didn't embody the song.
You didn't embody the song.
And that's what I think a lot of people want to see, because not even like professional singers,
Yeah.
artists, and that they don't. I mean, a lot of them dance. Not all of them. Not every song.
No.
Not every song. And like, so find a variety of things that you like,
Yeah.
and if you are having fun, the audience will have fun.
Every time.
Yeah. I really, I mean, I felt like we had a really good conversation about that.
I feel like I got too heated. My
It
bad.
did get a little heated, but at the same time, it was
Somebody
real.
put Vanity in a microwave.
Oh my God. No, I think also sometimes those honest conversations have to happen, and people
Yeah.
have to listen to them. You don't have to agree with us
No,
at
no.
all.
And just because we don't agree, and this is another point that I would like to say, just because you don't agree with me doesn't mean that we can't be friends.
Oh yeah.
I have friends that I disagree with all the time on political or artistic or differences or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what makes people. I don't
It's
know
true.
when did we forget that. We've gotten so caught up in this. If you don't think like me, if you're not like me, then we can. If we're all running around being the same person, then
Yeah.
What are we doing?
We're a Walgreens commercial.
Correct.
But yeah, I agree. You don't have to agree with everything
No.
everybody says, and we can still love drag. We can
Yeah.
still all be drag artists.
Oh, yeah.
And I can still appreciate you
Mhm.
for other things that you do.
Well, listen, here's the thing, and what people don't know, maybe not know about me, is I love drag. I
Yeah.
love all forms of drag. I think
Shocking.
I probably love every form of drag. And I talk, yes, maybe I have a little bit of a negative opinion about one or this topic or that topic, but at the end of the day, my love for the art form is still here, and I love all of it.
Agreed.
So,
I love
I
drag.
love the TNTs, and even though I've been bullying them this podcast,
Yeah,
it's not my
same.
fault. It's just kind of like I said, it's the popular thing that's coming right now. So
Yeah.
I'm already kind of like bored.
She's bored. Do something with your life.
Fix it, Dad.
Fix
The DVD
it.
player's broken.
Oh my
I
gosh.
want to watch Spice World.
Oh
I want to
God.
watch Spice World now.
Oh, I do too.
Okay.
I watched that 7th grade year. I watched it every single day.
Little Gucci dress.
Yes, little Gucci dress.
Girl.
Oh my gosh. Well, this has been our little conversation on all the types of drag that we have, that we see in our city. We kind of wanted to touch on a touchy subject. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't think it was a bad discussion. I
No.
really think people need to kind of hear it,
Yeah.
because I think a lot of people agree with it.
Well, and I think a lot of people agree with it, but I also think that a lot of people are scared to vocalize their opinion because of cancel culture. And quite
Yeah.
frankly, I don't care.
Why? Yeah. Why are you leaving? I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh. Well, drag is massive. It has a colorful umbrella. We encourage our listeners to support your local drag queens. Tip your performers.
Mhm.
Go to the shows. Show up for the people that want to entertain you.
Yes.
And I can't stress this enough. If you are a supporter, we will support you back. Like,
Yes.
it is a huge community and a small community at the same time. And here in Nashville, it is a small community, and we all need to support each other, especially in times like this.
Mhm.
So we all want you to do your role and support your local drag queens.
Yes.
They are just as important as anyone else. And we appreciate you all listening to this part of our conversation today on the pod. So I think now that Vanity needs a nice cool drink, all the
And a
caffeine.
nice cold cigarette to ease the pain.
Yes, she does. The caffeine's caught up to her. She's finished her cherry Pepsi. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you love gossip? Do you have loose lips?
Today's Showcase Showgirl is Venus Ann Serena. Venus has been a staple of the Nashville drag scene since 2011. That same year, she joined the Sunday night cast at Play Dance Bar, where she performed until 2018. After her tenure at Play, she spent 6 years producing and hosting successful nightlife events and brunch shows at Dixon Cider, Fat Cat Slims, and Anzie Blue. Currently, Venus produces and hosts Drag Supreme, an alternative drag competition and show series. Drag Supreme is a 5-month competition that challenges entertainers to embrace their dark side to compete for the ultimate title. Alongside regular showcases and open stages, you can catch these events every third Sunday of the month at the East Room. Outside of the Nashville club circuit, Venus is a frequent guest performer and panelist at various anime and nerd conventions. Her talent has also been recognized on a national scale. She was featured in Drag Children of Drag Race, To Follow, and appeared as a featured performer in Miley Cyrus' 2021 Pride special on Peacock. When she isn't on stage, Venus is usually working, playing D&D, and harassing her best friends. Follow her journey at Instagram at Venus_Ann_Serena and Drag Supreme at Drag Supreme. This has been our weekly Showgirl Showcase, Venus Ann Serena.
Kisses!
And we're back.
Yay!
Welcome back to
Loose Lips,
and Lipstick. I'm Kennedy Ann.
and I'm Vanity.
Oh, you got your name right.
I know. Earlier it was Godzilla or that girl over there.
Well, you did go and attack everyone. I'm just kidding.
Dun dun
I
dun.
know. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what time it is?
It's time for
Petty Confessions.
And I have a really good one today.
Okay,
I
I'm
have
ready.
a really good one.
I'm ready.
Do you want to tell them what Petty Confessions is for our new listeners?
Yes, new listeners. So petty confessions are what listeners can send to us on either email or they can send it over our Instagram and just give us a little confession that they've done or they know someone has done that's really petty. And we want the juicy pettiness.
We want the juiciest of pettiness. And
Yes.
mine's speaking of juicy, really juicy.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Share it, girl.
Okay. So, my petty confession that I received is after discovering my boyfriend had cheated for a second time, I rubbed fresh habanero peppers on the inside of his favorite underwear.
Dang. Oh my god.
That is
First of
evil.
all, as a person who is not good with spice, I would die.
I mean, yeah.
That's evil. And is a habanero like one of the spiciest?
Yeah,
Or-
it's one of the spicier ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
The seeds and that juice in your cooch.
I mean, well, that's what I want to know is like, did they just take the pepper, rub it in there, or did they like squeeze it like a lemon on like a piece of fish and then rubbed it in?
I'm gonna go with that one
Because
because
that's what I would do.
that, yeah.
That's what I would do in a heartbeat. And
Especially if you found out they were cheating a second time and you'd
Yeah.
already had that conversation. Fuck you and your hood.
yeah, you're getting it. You're
Yeah.
gonna get it. And I would hate, I would hate, but I also want to be a fly on the wall for that emergency room visit
Oh yeah.
because you know they had to go.
Oh yeah. I
If
would
they
assume.
didn't, they're crazy
Dang.
because I'd have gone.
What if they? But here's my thing: is like, what if that person was like, they did that and then they got all hot and horny. The guy who put the underwear on, he was like, "Eat my ass, eat it."
Oh Lord,
Hey, you like spice, baby?
girl,
You better lick it like your grandma's cooking.
lick it up, baby, lick it up.
I got a present for you. Oh my god! So would you do this?
Hell yeah, I would. do
Okay,
it.
I
oh
think
yeah,
I would
in a
do too.
heartbeat,
Just to be fun.
especially with my partner. Oh yeah, that would be diabolical.
Oh my god, RJ! Oh my god, run!
run. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my gosh.
What do you
Okay.
got for us?
So mine today is this. I changed my cheating ex's Netflix profiles to the names of the people they cheated on me with.
Oh.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Like you're like, hey, we should Netflix and chill tonight. Just turn it on, and you just see like
It's like that Petey Pablo song, Christina, Wanda, or whatever that.
Yes.
that
Yes.
And it's just Petey Pablo just sounding them all out for you. First of all, why do you have to have so many Netflix accounts?
true.
Like what profiles? I mean, like how many do you have? That's what I want to know. Is
Yeah.
so if you changed
What if
them to all of the ex or the
Well, the thing is like, what if, like, because you can have like 2 or 3 people share it. So, like, if you change everyone on there, then they know you cheated. Like, what if they share this with like their parents?
oh
And like mom and dad's profile is now
Christina.
yeah, Christina, or fuck Jeffrey.
Yeah. Girl.
Oh my God. I would do this.
I have so many follow-up questions for this one though.
I do too.
I want to know how many profiles were there? What were the girls' names? I'm assuming girls, could be boys. What were the individuals' names? Because I'm fucking nosy.
I know.
And then how long did it take for him to realize it? Because let's be honest, it was a boy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a boy to another boy.
It was a boy to another boy. Okay, well, let's be honest. Okay, well, that changes things. I was about to say, because you know how men are. They don't pay attention to shit. So he
Mm-mm.
probably just clicked on the profile picture and just went, got it.
That would be hilarious.
So I wonder, did it take him like a week? Did it take a day?
Oh gosh, I know. Okay, so listener, if you're listening to this podcast and you sent this petty confession, I'll reach out to you anyways because I know who sent it. However, if you are listening, give us a little bit more details.
Yes.
We want to know.
We want to do an update.
Yeah, we want to do an update. Come on, please. Or I'll release your name in 3 days. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just
Now
kidding.
I want to know who it is. Is it somebody I know?
Oh my gosh. Well, this has been another lovely segment of Petty Confessions. And it has now brought us to our tips and tricks of the
Tricks?
week. Tricks?
Tricks are for kids.
Yes, they are. All right. So my trick.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry. Well, I'm going to say it's a tip. Well, I guess it could be a tip or a trick.
Yeah.
Anyways, my tip for the week is for all of my lovely ladies who love to wear bare legs.
Mhm.
If you are not necessarily a tights and pantyhose kind of girl anymore,
Mhm.
I'm not. So I have my bare legs. So my tip is always put on a good tanner, like a good tanner, but then to finish it off, always put sunscreen on top of it.
Okay.
It gives you this finish of very shiny, very glowy legs. I sometimes will do 30 SPF sunscreen, and it's the spray. And you just put the little spray on, you just spray it down your legs, or I'll do a little bit of the bronzer as well. And it
Okay.
just gives a little glowy effect. It makes your legs look flawless. And if you like missed a spot, when you put that tanner on with the glowy, you can't see any stubble or anything. Because I mean, sometimes we're human
Yeah, it
and we miss a
happens.
spot. It literally makes, and that's what I do
Huh.
with my legs.
Interesting. That's why they
Yes.
always look like chickens. Just rotisserie chickens from the knee down.
From the knee down. I never get too high.
No. Well, no, it's unladylike.
It is.
It's unladylike if you shave above the knee.
God, I'm a whore. I got hardwood floors down here.
Laminate.
Laminate is cheaper.
Freshly waxed. Lord.
Oh my gosh.
That was a good one, though.
I like that
That was
one.
a really good one. I guess mine's more of a trick than a tip, though, actually. So, for those of you who have pierced earrings, pierced earlobes,
Yes.
and you can't find an earring back, if you have a miniature hot glue stick and a pair of scissors, cut a sliver of that hot glue stick off, and there's your new earring back. That's the only way I wear earrings nowadays,
Oh my
especially for
God,
drag.
that's genius.
Especially for drag because you're puncturing a fresh hole into the hot glue, so it's tighter than a normal earring back, anyways. So
Oh my God. I never
Mhm.
even thought about that.
yeah,
That's
next
genius.
time I have little earrings, and you can just flip my ear over, and it'll most definitely be.
And now
a
I know what
hot
I'm
glue
getting you
stick.
for your birthday. A whole
Hot glue
package of hot
stick.
glue sticks.
Well, think about it. One hot glue stick, if you do it right, can last you forever.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mhm.
Genius. And that's been your tips and tricks of the week.
Mhm.
And sadly, everyone, we've come to the end of another episode. Womp, womp. But please follow us on all socials. You can follow me at Miss MS Kennedy Ann Scott.
And you can follow me, Vanity, at The Only Vanity across all social media platforms.
And you can also follow our lovely podcast page at Loose Lips Lipstick Pod on all social media. So we look forward to you. And you can do Loose Lips Lipstick Pod at gmail.com if you want to send us an email.
So, like any of your petty confessions.
Like any of your petty confessions. Look
Mhm.
us up on all the socials. Please stick around. We have more episodes to come in the following weeks. But
Yes.
thanks, girl. Love to gab with you.
I'll always love to gab with you.
Even when you go off on a tangent.
Oh, I know.
Okay, gotta go. Bye.